We have breaking news. New photos were released just moments ago related to the investigation of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. It comes a day before the deadline for the Department of Justice to unveil most of the files in the case. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane is joining us live from Washington. Scott, what's in this new batch of images?
We're working our way through these nearly 70 new photos from the Epstein estate released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. And the House Oversight Committee, you'll recall, requested all of the Epstein estate files. This is separate from the Department of Justice's files. This is something maintained by the estate of Jeffrey Epstein after he died by suicide. The photos we see so far show Epstein traveling with, in close proximity to, taking photos with powerful people, renowned in the world of business, people who have potentially the ears of the powerful. There's no wrongdoing whatsoever communicated in these photos. I think the value here is it does whet the appetite for people who want to know what's in the actual investigative files of Jeffrey Epstein, the things that were relevant for the criminal investigators and the criminal misconduct. That's what we expect to get in some way, shape, or form, in some quantity tomorrow from the U.S. Department of Justice under a law signed by the president. What we're seeing here from the House Oversight Committee are just more images showing Jeffrey Epstein had a very powerful set of people around him years ago, many of whom, all of whom, that we see in these photos have denied knowing about any of the wrongdoing by Jeffrey Epstein. But that's something I think that is only going to drive interest in what comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Scott, as we mentioned, the DOJ has a deadline to make the Epstein records available. But after Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell filed a new motion to vacate her conviction, does this then give the department a shield to hold some items back?
I can tell you the survivors with whom we're speaking and their attorneys say they are concerned that the Department of Justice will find some grounds, some thread to pull to withhold some of the records based on either current investigations or impacting prior investigations. Yes, Ghislaine Maxwell has filed yet another motion to try to get her conviction vacated. There's no indication that that has much of a chance of succeeding, but sure, there's a concern from survivors that that could give the Department of Justice the leverage to withhold. So too could be the investigation the president ordered when signing that law to release the files, saying he also wants an investigation into Democrats' connections to Epstein. That investigation could give the feds grounds to withhold records. We'll find out better tomorrow when the deadline approaches whether there is a full release, a partial release, or no release at all.
Okay, we shall wait and see. Scott MacFarlane, thank you so much for your time today.